Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Last night I did a funny pumpkin carving stream. It was pretty fun, that's for sure. And today I'm gonna run Kurokumo. Figured I might as well. It's been a while. I ran Kurokumo I want to say like a month or two back, but in the actual Blade Lineage dungeon. Can't remember the last time I ran Kurokumo for the actual Mirror dungeon though. Probably been a while. We can't get fusion gift sort of stuff going. We probably want to just get Gossipium then. Yeah, makes the most sense. Makes the most sense. Because we're going to bleed, of course. That's the main thing this team has. And if we can also get, like... If we can get, like, Pendant or something... Anything that can allow Rodion to get some poise going, that would be nice. But otherwise, other than that, mostly just want bleed. Kurokumo Hongu is only going to be doing so much if we're going to be leaning heavily into the bleed bit, but that's fine. Whoops. That is not the right team. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant to hit. I was going a little too fast. That's for sure. Silly me. Okay, here we go though. Let's actually set this up now. We'll do you first. We'll try seeing what we can get working with you, but no promises whether or not it's actually going to work out in our favor or not. Who knows? Yeah, some of these guys simple enough. Their assault pales before our burning passion. So true. Kill that guy. Well, you're doing your best. It's kind of sad that's your best, but you know, that's fine. You do what you do, right? And that's alright. You also see what we're going to be doing in general here. Nice seeing Kurokumo Gregor. His skill 3 is just always funny. Even if you rarely ever get to see him, it really is a shame he's only a 2-star. He really deserved to be a 3-star. But oh well. We press on. Yeah, we're doing some good damage. And of course we'll upgrade Wound Clear when we get to the end of this floor, as you normally do, right? That sort of thing. Getting our Sandy up, so that's good. And we're getting White Gossipium from this floor, so we're already going to be in a good spot for bleed. Usually it doesn't matter for us, so we'll just stack a bunch of bleed stuff. Hopefully we get the Blade Lineage floor for floor to 4. Because if so, we could try going for Sublimity, which is the Kurokumo fusion gift. We'd have to get a little bit lucky for that, but I think we could definitely manage it, depending on how things go. We need to get both the hilt and the blade of the sword, which can be a little bit random, but maybe we stockpile some cost before then. Could be good. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, immediate cloud cutter is quite nice. Well, when it's immediate, right? As the immediate cloud cutter complies. Because enemies don't have bleed yet, so you actually do get all 4 coins. When they do have a little bit of bleed, it's significantly worse, just because you're not going to get the 4 coins, and that's, you know, Kurokumo Hongu's main bit. That's fine. Yeah, we did get the breakdown for Priest Gregor yesterday. We'll just see how he works. I like some of the bits they're going for. He's definitely very much very fitting that, you know, he's participating in self-flagellation there, because he's all about that self-bleed trinket blood feast going for his allies, it seems, and being able to heal back up despite that. Interesting. We'll see how it goes. All we can hope is one day we get a G-Con ID who's really good at bleeding to death, and will work really well with the Blood Fiend IDs. We'll see. So we're probably going to get like 4 Blood Fiend IDs in total. I doubt we're getting a 2-star or something. We're definitely going to get Dulcinea Rodion in like 2 weeks or something, though, because, well, Priest Gregor's a solo banner. So we're still like 1 behind the average for where we'd be now. Thanks to that. Average being, well, it's 8 a season, depending on the season. It was 8 for Season 2, and it's been 7 for Seasons 3 and 4. For the main seasonal IDs, that is, of course. Not in factoring in like events and stuff, because those are their own separate count. Events have also been following a consistent pattern for the past 2 seasons, though, you know, total of 4 IDs, 2 3-stars, and 2 2-stars, and 2 egos. For Season 3, it was broken as 2 egos for 1, 4 IDs in the other event, but, you know, in Season 4, they actually just split it evenly between the two. 2 IDs and an ego per event. That sort of stuff. Probably, we'll see how much they follow to it. It is nice that PM's not following their, you know, same pattern as always this time around for the seasonals, because, you know, following the same pattern, that's how you fall into, just kind of, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Fall into, like, a pattern. That sort of thing. A pattern that, you know, really doesn't have a need to not be changed, right? Just kind of it's sticking the way it is, just because it's always been like that way. A bit more inconsistency can help out a lot in the long run, it feels like. At least, that's how I look at it. A lot of cost for this early on, it feels like. Partially because we got some really lucky stuff there, but I don't know. Still seems quite odd. Yes, odd, if you will. Get a Lust Resonance. No real reason to. We have Wound Clear ++ now, though, so our bleed infliction's gonna be real funny. Probably should just save some of our strong stuff for next phase, but oh well. If we take 2 turns to kill this guy, then it means we're gonna start with all 6 skill slots. So that'll be good for us. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Okay. This turn we can just spam weak skills and then we're probably going to be fine enough. Maybe if we're doing all skill ones we won't quite kill, because, you know, we've got quite a few, like, single coin skill ones and stuff on this team. But, like, if nothing else, I mean, you've got enough bleed that you'll bleed to death next turn. I think we... Yeah, not quite a kill. That's funny. We managed to fail to kill this guy. That's unfortunate. Well, we can go for exclusively bad skills here, so we'll make sure we're ready for next phase. That's good, at least. We'll have to watch all the attacks go through, but like the bleed made it so you're gonna be dead no matter what, so wasn't really concerned, was I now? Golden apple. Not gonna be looking so gold in a few seconds once we, you know, fully shatter that exterior, reveal your freaky maggoty insides. Nice. Okay, now we kill you brutally. As we like to do so much, we'll actually Cloud Cutter that, and then maybe like Scattering Slash it. Because we can Cloud Cutter it, which is really good, because we'll be able to hit it before it has any bleed built up on it, so that's nice. Yeah, your skill 2 is a +3 to bleed count, really solid. And your skill 3 is a +3 to bleed count. She's just, Kuroko or Ryoshi's still just one of the better bleedings in the game, just simply because her bleed count is really nice. Even without something like Wound Declared, right? Okay. Nice Tails at 45 sanity. It wouldn't have mattered, I'm not that bothered, but definitely a bit unfortunate. We can just go all in now and you should explode. Body have enough, I assume. Yeah, so you can't get your reuse going. You can get a Pride Res though, so that's, I mean, that's a damage increase. No, if nothing else. Sure. Yeah, only 2 going Cloud Cutter, so sad. Still feels weird to see, because, you know, when the game launched and we got Kuroko hung, he's really good because it was, like, basically impossible to stack up bleed, right? So you'd really never have to worry about that conditional, because he'd never trigger it. I feel like we're getting a lot of tails here. This guy's not even dead yet. We just clash anything and win, though, so, alley-oop, walk up, slap this guy with your sword, and it explodes. Are you certain your victory? Thank you, Sancho. Thank you for your believing in me-ness. Very kind. Very, very kind. We got Gossipium, cool. Random ego gift, sure. Hammer, cool. That's nice. What do we go for here? We could go for that. I mean, we could just go for muzzle, yeah. We can't get the fusion gift, so not really what I'm going for. It's just bleed, right? Not much else we're looking for. Maybe we could go for, like, I don't even know. It's not even like it's like they're like super slash heavy or anything, right? Gregor's skill change. I'll take that. I guess we want to go for poise, actually. That's right. That's what it was. Do we get like pendant or something here? Oh, we actually get all. Okay, geez. We'll take nebulizer. We'll take horseshoe. Don't take elytra because it's not worthwhile. That only goes to the fastest person. And Rodion speed is really bad. Refresh. Don't mind if I do. Nothing good. Okay, cool. That's fine. That'll work for me. We got another Shadow Cloud, Shatter Cleave, which is nice. It's a very funny skill name to say, so glad to see it. And like Nebulizer Horseshoe alone should be pretty good to maintain poise on everyone. Especially if we upgrade Horseshoe to like plus in the next turn. Or next floor. We do have some pride, so we could theoretically get the Absolute Resonance going, especially since both the Rodion and Ryoshu do gain the second skill slots on this team. So we definitely could trigger Nebulizer. Like this turn we could have triggered Nebulizer had we had it upgraded already, but we don't, so no worries. I don't think we'll necessarily need it, though. It might be nice just for the sake of more potency build-up, though, yeah. And if we can get Pendant, we can get Pendant to plus, it'll always prioritize Rodion than Gregor. So, you know, that would be nice. Rodion's the only one with Poise, so she's, of course, you know, the obvious target, but it's those two that have Gloom in general, so they're going to be the two main targets, right? Doing some good damage, good old Shadow Cloud Shatter Cleave. One of my favorites skills, just for its funny name. Cloud just killed that guy. A Quaint and Sky Clear and Cut. Don't get the crit, that's fine. We'll live without it. We'll live without it. See what do we do here? Event. What do we get? Oh, Teddy Bear. Cool to see you. Especially now that we've actually fought you. Pretty funny. When we get our next mirror dungeon, we'll probably have the option to fight you to get some, like, some middling bleed ego gift, if I had to guess. Something along those lines, right? That's usually how it goes. Who knows? Can't really expect wanting to choose fights that are very unbreakable coin heavy. In general, too frequently, but like you never know. It's not like hurting Teddy Bear is too bad. I don't remember the specifics. I can imagine like Rose Hunter being one you really want to avoid unless you can kill it fast, because well, you're gonna take some damage. Especially like Mirror Dungeon 5 hard. Like unbreakable coins are gonna be threatening, just because of how much damage enemies do and stuff. Unless that's the thing, right? Unbreakable coins not very balanced around Mirror Dungeon stuff, so curious to see how that's gonna go when we get Mirror Dungeon 5 in like probably like what, like 2 or 3 weeks, something along those lines. It's either been like 2 or 3 weeks after the final part in past years, past seasons. So one of the two, so either 1 or 2 weeks if they're following that logic. Could see it either way, right? We'll see. Maybe it'll be alongside Dulcinea Rodion. Who can say? Actually, I guess technically speaking, the day this has been recorded, it's possible we got a Dulcinea Rodion teaser if they're gonna do it like the week after this. I doubt so. Like, I don't know. Because technically there's still enough time where they would do the teaser like in a little bit after I'm recording this, so maybe this is aged really funnily. If so, that is very funny. Just trying to get some recording done now so I can work on some other stuff tomorrow. Yeah, I did the funny pumpkin carving stream yesterday, and it worked really well, in case you weren't there for it. I might do some sort of highlights video or something. We'll see. If I do, it might take a few days, just simply because midweek is when I'm really busy. Tuesday, Wednesday-ish is when I really do not have a lot of time for various shenanigans in general. Although I have some time. I don't know, though. It's not as bad right now, but still fairly school-heavy days. Nice. Yeah, the Dante Pumpkin went pretty well. That's good to see. I was very satisfied with how it turned out. For, you know, being my first time carving a pumpkin, too. Like, certainly something. Okay, nice. That guy exploded from the bleed. Love to see it. And we should be able to kill these guys here without too much of a hassle. And yeah, it's that random guy's gonna have to get hit with something else. I don't know. All these attacks are going for Ida, aren't they? So that random guy actually gets to live another turn, I assume. Oh, Ida doesn't get to live too much longer, though, it seems. Oh no, this is going for the random guy. Okay, Ida does get to live a little bit longer. I was assuming she got 3, but no, she only had 2. And White Gossip, yeah, bleed. Cool. Yippee! Yahoo! Onward Rocinante, as we say in the Rocinante business. And we get our muzzle. Cool. It's something. Lithograph, I mean, always nice to see. It's not particularly strong here, but it's still nice to see. Oh, there's a little plushie. That's funny. But you can just go like Lust Week, though, which is a floor we can do a lot. We can do a lot to pop a bong here, and we can get Smoking Wires, so that's nice. It would be bad if I actually wanted the Fusion Gift, but I don't, so I'm living my best life. Actually, I didn't want Nibbler plus plus, I wanted Horseshoe plus plus, yeah. That's fine. Do I get lucky? Oh, I got lucky. Excellent. Oh, I got lucky again. Excellent. Do I get lucky 3 times in a row? No, darn. That's fine. We didn't actually need the muzzle upgraded. I was just, seeing how far my luck would take me. And the answer, not too stupidly far. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Oofy, I see. I've always found it really interesting how the head researcher of the Oofy, like this person, like, isn't an elite node or anything. I guess it doesn't say that they're like elite. It just says they're the pointless researcher of the rank. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't say they're like some sort of like higher rank or something. They're still probably a student of the rank. They're not like anything higher than that, so it makes sense. You know, I'd assume they'd be like elite, but I guess there's not necessarily any particular like need for it. Oh well. Ooh, we're actually losing these. That's very unfortunate. We're taking a lot of damage here. We're taking a lot of bleed here, depending on how these attacks are lining up. Yeah, I think that's a fair bit. We do have lithographs, so that's good for Rhodion's sake, and she does have gluttony, or Ryoshi's sake, so, and she does have gluttony skills, so she heals additional from lithograph, so that's nice at least. And we could get a crit here, if we're lucky. Get some funny bleed going. Okay. I mean, you could also just get a Tails, I guess it is well within your rights to get a Tails there. Well, Cloud Cutter this guy. Punishment for the pain you've caused us already. Yeah, explode. Nice. Now, speaking of exploding, blood explosion spell. A little bit more blood explosion spells. Into a scattering slash for some nice good old poise build up. I guess another thing for poise build up is we could have gone for like Blade Lineage, Yi-Song support passive, or like we couldn't do Butler Ryoshu since well, Ryoshu's on the team. But Blade Lineage Yi-Song, his support passive is really nice for poise. It's really good at making any poise unit like potentially usable early on. To the point where you don't really need it anymore, but it was definitely pretty useful early on to be able to maintain poise with a bit more ease. And Death Cool. Another guy down. We might get another fight that's just identical to those guys, in which case it might be a little iffy if like the big guy is also in the back again. Yeah, 2 more fights. This one is slash-ish weak as well, so it could be. The Blunt Weak one isn't, though. It's like, I mean, it's probably N-Corp, right? If it's Lust Weak, Blunt Weak. Quote-unquote Lust Weak, right? Since it doesn't really care about that too much. A little bit of Pride Resonance for our good old poise. We get the Sky Clearing Cutoff. We didn't crit with it this time. Last time we got the tails, but when we did crit, this time we got the heads, but we didn't crit. Yeah, we're just cursed and never gonna get a good Sky Clearing Cut. Curse of Kurokuma Rodion, I suppose. Looking forward to her getting benched in, you know, a week or 2. I mean, it's not like we'd be running... If Dulcinea Rodion was out, it's not like we'd be running her on a team like this, because, well, we're running Kurokuma specifically, but still. The point stands. defense rests their case, or whatever, as people say. Oh, nice. The only blunt skill in our entire team. Let's go. Rodion and Honglu are entirely slash. Ryoshu is entirely pierce, and Honglu's mostly slash with a blunt skill too. That's how that breaks apart, in case you were unfamiliar with this team, right? Kurokumo's definitely in a rough spot. They started with like roughly the same amount of focus as Blade Lineage, had even more than Blade Lineage, because they started with 2 3-stars and a 2-star. And they just, after the Blade Lineage event, they just really just were, I mean, just behind. And who knows, maybe they'll change someday. Maybe we'll get, you know, Blade Lineage or Kurokumo unit that'll fix them, but like, issue is there's not really a good concurring like bit with them. It's not like you can just do this like all of them get like slash benefits. You'd have to do like something bleed related. And if you want to make another like bleed sub faction, go ahead, but like it's already becoming an issue where bleed has so many like sub factions that just kind of all want to like work together. Because you got stuff like Pequod for like bleed boys, you've got stuff like N Corp. We're getting stuff like Blood Fiends now. Kurokumo also becomes their own sub faction with the focus on bleed that really wants to all run together. Like it's just gonna divide bleed even harder, which is not really what bleed needs right now. That's for sure. I don't know what bleed does need right now though. I don't know, Blood Fiend IDs might be enough. Just some units with decent, you know, infliction and stuff. We don't know the numbers for Priest Gregory yet, but it seems like he might be decent for bleed count, right? If so, that's nice. Although who knows? That one actually almost bled out. Would have been nice if they did, but unfortunately they live. These guys are mostly gonna bleed out from getting clash and stuff, so that's nice. We do good damage here. Yeah, you're trying to defend, trying to stall your fate out a little bit longer. It's not going to work out, unfortunately. You stand no chance. That guy also stands no chance because his legs have been stabbed off pretty cleanly, too. Cool. Well, that's them done with. So now we press on. I think it's just events now, right? 2 events, and then we fight Papa Bongi. Always funny to see. We don't have funny... I guess we could, like... We don't have, like, a classic funny mask that could just pop immediately here. Could try, like, Lustrez Contempt Dog Gaming or something. Could be funny. Or I guess, like, Garden of Thorns, if we wanted to do Lustrez shenanigans, but... I don't know. Contempt Dog could work, if we get, like, a good Lustrez with it, because it can be up to 7 weight, right? It's based on Lustrez, though, so we can only go so far, and also... Actually, this is a good turn, cool. Let's try Condemned Awe then. We'll clash you with it. Highest resistance attack weight, max 6. Yeah, so it should be some decent attack weight gain. Shadow Cloud, this, sure. You need to clash that, that's fine. You do that, something like that. Cool. This looks good. Condemned Awe should hit a decent number of them at least, because it's going to be a 5 target, right? Yeah, it's hitting everyone, assumably. I can't tell if it's hitting both parts of Papa Bongi or not. But cool. And there's, like, decent, since it should be some, like, a decent bit of, like... Okay. That's fine. It happens. That's still good damage, right? Still killed all the little guys. I also wasn't paying attention if it hit both parts of Bongi, so who knows. Yeah, it's still fine. You're gonna start spawning more. I don't think it hit the bucket. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We live. Not too concerned. Bit of that. I want you to go for this guy, though, yeah. You do that if need be. Cloudburst. The paralysis isn't going to do much for us, but that's fine. Bit of bleed damage on you. I don't think we're going to need to... I don't think we need to use all 3 of these attacks on the chicken bucket. Yeah, definitely not. But that's fine. I always forget Shadow Cloud, Shatter Cleave has a little bit of coin plus coin drop on it. Always a nice effect to have. Nice, there we go. There's the good crit funnies. And then Cloudburst was some bleed infliction. Cool. So we should just be able to kill you next turn pretty easily. Yeah, win rate this because bleed to death. Cool. Really is just flexing on them, win rating them because they stand no chance. And let's see if we can get lucky on this floor. Who knows? If we do, cool. If we don't, not cool. Completely random chance. Refresh? No dice. Darn. What do we do then? What fits the bit? Pride, nah. Sloth, nah. We can do Wrath. You know, let's go, or that's not Wrath, that's Bleed Floor. Let's go Bleed Floor. Yeah, Bleed Floor fits well. 5 Wrath, that's funny. Okay. I think that's Ichthys, right? Forget who's on this floor, but that's interesting. Been a while since I've seen Ichthys, I feel. Not really one you see in general a lot. Ancient Effigy, that's interesting. Gregor skill change? No. Cigarette holder, I mean, that's nice for us, we'll take it. Spec contract, it's nice, we'll take it. I'd like to get another skill change, though, so I'm willing to sell some of these garbage that I can't really do much of, aka the bleed stuff, especially. Very useless for us. Get a refresh going. I'd like a different skill change, please. I'd like one that isn't Gregor, please. Electric Sheaf, I mean, it's nice for us. It's not the biggest deal. I can sell Hammer, honestly, yeah. Don't particularly need resources. Gamble. 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 Ryoshu, there we go, that's what we're looking for. Okay, yeah, we will sell the sheep, though. That's something. I was kind of hoping for more for Rodion, so we could potentially get, like, at least a little bit more mileage. Also, it looks like it's going to be, like, a N-Corp kind of floor, blunt weak onlys with Path of Taking. Oh, you guys are also bleed, huh? I was not expecting you to, that's for sure. Or not you two, you four. These guys. It looks like we were immediately losing some clashes, so that's fun. Yep. Cloud Cutter's also losing. Okay, it pulled through, but I mean it... Oh yeah, it still gains 2 coins, I always forget about that. It's not like it reuses the first 2 coins, like, in such a way where if they get broken, you lose them. As long as you get one of the coins, you get the 2 additionals. Your Sandy's kind of bad from the Contempt Doll last fight, yeah. That's fine. It happens, that one bleeded to death. No shocker there. And yeah, just you two, cool. Gloomres? Sure. Might as well. If we're getting mileage out of it, right? No reason not to. You've actually not got too much bleed, so we actually get to hit you a little bit. That's nice. Should just die here, but it's nice. Lenticular Swirl to finish the job. And is this guy high leveling you? No, darn. I never are. It's unfortunate. Always a mechanic that's a bit annoying for that. But that's fine. You'll get your sanity up by the end of the floor, probably. Who knows, maybe we'll have you pop a... I was gonna say we might have you pop a Condemned off for, like, the bleed or something, but, like, it's not worth it at all. Especially in a fight like Ichthys, right? I'd love to split 15 bleed between 4 parts, yes. Words of a completely sane person. And because, you know, of the resonance shenaniganery, like, unless you don't have a single resonance in your entire team, you don't know who it's gonna hit, right? Because it's gonna hit you the target you're going for, and then a random number of people based on the resonance. Yeah, the bleed infliction from Condemned Doll, certainly funny. Been on Ego I use too frequently, so it's nice we got to at least get some mileage out against Papa Bongi. Who knows, maybe we'll get like a good Lust turn and we'll pop like a Garden of Thorns alongside it, and maybe a Sanguine Desire too, right? Honglu does have a Lust Ego, but I don't have it equipped because it's his Everzate Desire. Not particularly good synergy, but the rest of this team does have Lust Vobs. Who knows? For all we know, we might get another Lust Vob when we get Honglu Seasonal Ego. I really hope not. My bets are that it'll be Envy or something like that, like something that's not actually his normal Gloom, but something that could definitely fit the story of his. Depending on which way they take it exactly, right? I'm not too knowledgeable on Dream of the Red Chamber in general. I think Envy could definitely be a fun way for them to take it, though. And Envy's got a lot of decent egos, that's for sure. He's got a Envy ego through Soda, though, which, not exactly an Envy ego people consider when they think of good Envy egos. I don't think, you know. Each their own, though, right? Each their own. I've heard people, like, jestingly make remarks along the lines of, like, Soda's, like, decent for, like, certain Canto 7 fights because there's a lot of minions so you can get the passive going. Which, I mean, it's something, that's for sure. A lot better uses of your time, that's for sure. I don't know. It's also still crazy that there's 4 egos in that slot. Like, Honglu's Teth is the most heavily contested slot in the game for egos. It's the only one that's got 4. There's not even like there's a decent bit of the egos that have 3 options, but that's the first 4. And it feels a little premature to get the first 4 when Yisung still doesn't even have a second He ego. But that's fine. Do find it very funny how it's the Honglu Lasso had the exact opposite situation as Honglu's Effervescent Corrosion. Effervescent Corrosion was displayed as being a Teth, but it was actually a He. And I believe internally Lasso was originally said a He, but they made a Teth when they released it. Funny how that lines up. Effervescent Corrosion would have been better as a Teth, but we now know Honglu's already got so many Teths that wouldn't have been very good. Okay, very last possible second to Golden Urn. Sure thing. We can sell it to you. If you get 50 cost at least, so I mean, it's not like it's pointless. We can get some rolls going on here. Potentially a Rodion skill change. Rodion skill change, wow, without needing any rolls. Yippee. That's fine. It's no biggie. What can we get going here? Nothing really seems to appeal to me right now. I don't know, we got mostly everything we need. I don't think we need any upgrades or anything along those lines. I think we're ready to send it. We've got a fish to fry. And fry it we shall. Let's see. Let's play near Pride Res turn. Yeah, probably. We just clash and stuff. Nothing too fancy, I don't think. Could try something fancy, but actually, let's save yours. Not full Pride Res turn after all. Instead, a bit of a partial Pride Res turn. Okay, try this. See how that goes. Hopefully decent. That power up from the smoking pipe actually is making a difference. How quaint. Ooh, Cloud Cutter is only a favored. Yeah, decent odds that happened, I know, but I'd like to clash against it just in the hopes of mitigating the tail whip, because the fragile can be vaguely annoying. It's not the biggest deal though, so we're chilling. Shadow Cloud. Body's taking some damage. That's nice. We could definitely... We can't clash with you this night now, but we can have you attack that a bit. That's better than nothing. Actually, you know what? Let's just pop this. No real reason not to, just so you can do something here. Right? Better than you doing, well, nothing. Okay, just try that. Yeah, sure thing. More poise. Love to see it for a nice, better sky-clearing cut on the horizon. Good damage in the body. Good, funny, contract damage. So sky-clearing cut might actually just straight up take down the body. Thinking about it. Which, pretty funny if so. His body should be pretty low. Yeah. 101 left. Okay, we can finish it with something random next turn then. And that should suffice. Alright, we gotta deal with you. Forgot that's the bit you're going for now. Oh, we can just lenticular swirl it, and that's actually good enough. We can... Okay. Sure. I will not complain. Why would I? No need. God, that scary skill is so scary. You'd always have to like go so heavy into the body just to make sure you wouldn't get hit by the big lasers because you had to ego those and that sort of stuff. Meh. We can just lenticular swirl. Even Roshu's skill 2 is able to beat it, like, favorably. Like, how sick this is so cooked this day and age. And the fact that you barely ever see it in mirror dungeons because it's only on a couple floors when it used to be like something you'd see in like 25% of runs just because of how floors were laid out. Truly has gone on a very, very sad arc. We do something like this. Actually, that's funny. Just get the paralysis off, just kind of really just to be rude, yeah? Not because we need to. You're gonna die of bleed no matter what anyways. Yeah, enjoy that. A Shadow Cloud Shadow Cleave actually just kills, doesn't it? No, actually, we get to kill with the bleed from this skill instead. Shh. Well, Sky Clearing Cut did land the final blow in a sense. Not exactly, but a sense works. Nothing you can't cut, yeah. Oh, you did more damage than Ryoshi despite Ryoshi being slotted in second while Hong was third, yeah. Cloud Cutter moment. What more can you say? Cloud Cutter is just really strong. Bad at clashing, but that doesn't matter in Mirror Dungeon normal, right? Give me my levels. Good stuff. 181, cool. Ranking up the ranks, one by one, dungeon by dungeon. 9 boxes by 9 boxes. I'll just pop like 100 or so on Priest Gregor. Should be fine. I've already got 200 Gregor shards, so it's not going to be the biggest deal. Let's do our daily pulls. See if we get more Gregor shards or something, maybe. Who knows? Been a while since I've gotten like a 3-star from the daily pulls for the actual relative banner. Oh! Huh. Is Otis? Oh! Well, it is Otis. Not the Otis I was expecting to get, but it was Otis. That's interesting. 50 more Otis shards. Otis is probably not getting anything anytime soon, since she's on like the better side. She's got a decent bit of egos and a decent bit of identities. Tied for most identities with Mersa right now, and I think tied for most egos with the couple centers now. Unless someone's got 8? I don't think anyone's got 8 yet. I think most people just have 7 right now, yeah. I don't remember for sure. I don't think anyone has 8 yet, though. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think so. I don't really need to check. Oh yeah, interesting. But yeah, that was just a good old Kurokuma run. Who knows, maybe they'll get their redemption one day when we get a Seiyo ID. You never know, right? You never really know. I wouldn't be surprised if they just end up fading into obscurity too. If nothing else, hopefully Upside 5 turns this into a power counter, but will it? That's the question. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!